On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Pathogen.
A bacterium, virus, or other microorganism that causes disease.
Examples:
Plant pathogen. The pathogen in the air. mRNA vaccines are approved faster because they do not contain inactivated pathogens.
Emerge.
To move out of or away from something and become visible.
Examples:
Emerge as a butterfly. Emerge from poverty. During colonial eras, new migratory patterns emerged.
Healthcare. The
organized activity or business of preserving mental and physical health by preventing or treating illness through services offered by the health profession.
Examples:
Healthcare agency. Rising healthcare cost. In an aging population, citizens must pay more to maintain quality healthcare.
Vulnerable.
Capable of being hurt or influenced physically or mentally.
Examples:
A vulnerable bridge. Vulnerable parts of the body. Infants and pregnant women are particularly vulnerable.
Urgent.
Requiring immediate attention or action, pressing.
Examples:
An urgent telegram. Urgent situation. It is urgent that we leave for the airport now to catch our flight.
Vaccine.
A substance that is put into the body and protects them from disease by causing them to produce antibodies, equals proteins that attack harmful bacteria, viruses, etc.
Examples:
Development of vaccines. An oral vaccine. The mRNA vaccine was approved in less than a year because it did not contain the fragments of the target virus.
Widespread.
Existing or happening in various places or among many people.
Examples:
Widespread use. Widespread fear of nuclear war. In medieval times, death punishment was widespread and socially accepted.
Immunity.
The ability of an organism to resist infection or disease, often due to the presence of antibodies.
Examples:
Immunity booster. Immunity response. Vaccination is an effective way to build immunity against diseases.
Minimal.
Tiny in amount, the least possible.
Examples:
Minimal effort. Minimal amount. The process was carried out at minimal cost.
Develop.
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples:
Develop a strategy. Develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Split.
To divide, or to make something divide into two or more parts, especially along a particular line.
Examples:
Split a bill. Split a reward equally. Companies often split their shares to lower the stock price and encourage investors to buy.
Phase.
Any stage in a series of events, change, or development.
Examples:
Enter on the last phase. Two-phase structure. The era of the Industrial Revolution was a crucial phase of history.
Explore.
To travel to or penetrate an area or a country to learn about it, to thoroughly examine a subject or a possibility to learn more about it.
Examples:
Explore the world. Explore our options. The management must explore strategies to increase office security.
Experiment.
The scientific test conducted to observe what happens and gain new knowledge.
Examples:
Experiment design. Series of experiments. His experiments showed highly positive results.
Replica.
An exact copy of something such as a work of art.
Examples:
Miniature replica. Exact replica. An artist sculpted a full-size replica of her body.
Vet.
Also a veterinarian, a person who has a medical degree trained to examine and take care of the health of animals.
Examples:
Vet clinic. Vet checkup. We had to take our dog to the vet because she was not feeling well.
Lab.
A workplace for the conduct of scientific research, a laboratory.
Examples:
Lab instrument. Medical lab. The Prime Minister will pay a courtesy visit to the Nobel laureate's lab.
Clinical.
Of or relating to the examination and treatment of patients rather than theoretical or laboratory studies.
Examples:
Clinical surgery. Participate in clinical trials. She received special clinical training at the hospital.
Evaluate.
To assess or estimate the quality, significance, quantity, or value of something.
Examples:
Evaluate the grant proposal. Evaluate a situation. The meeting aims to evaluate possible choices.
Fin.
A thin flat part on the body of a fish or other aquatic animal used for propulsion or balance.
Examples:
Back fin. A fin of a plane. The shark's powerful fins allowed it to swim at high speeds.
Manufacture.
To make goods in large numbers, usually in a factory using machines.
Examples:
manufacture an enzyme, manufacture a product. The majority of synthetic vitamins are manufactured from oil.
Distribute.
To give something to a large number of individuals, or to spread or furnish something.
Examples:
distribute wealth evenly, distribute video content. His estate was distributed to his sons.
Circumstance.
The specific conditions or events that surround a particular situation or occurrence.
Examples:
circumstance of birth, circumstance of injury. She explained the circumstances surrounding the accident.
Process.
A series of actions or operations performed to achieve a particular outcome or goal. A systematic procedure or approach used to accomplish a specific task or objective. A method of treating milk to make it suitable for consumption or use in other dairy products.
Examples:
process improvement, decision-making process. The process for applying for a visa can be lengthy and complicated.
Pandemic.
An outbreak of a disease that affects many people over a very wide area.
Examples:
flu pandemic, global pandemic. They fear a pandemic of a new type of virus.
Employ.
To give somebody a job and pay them for it, to make use of.
Examples:
employ job seekers, employ a new method. When making arrests, police officers frequently employ excessive force.
Numerous.
Amounting to a large indefinite number.
Examples:
numerous countries. As numerous as the sand. These descriptions are based on a number of numerous assumptions.
Strategy.
A detailed plan of action designed to achieve a long-term or overall goal.
Examples:
military strategy. Develop a strategy. Our plan includes a comprehensive marketing strategy.
Flexible.
Able to change or be changed to suit new conditions or situations, able to bend easily.
Examples:
flexible schedules. A flexible wire. You can be more flexible and creative in your approach.
Introductory.
Intended as an introduction or preliminary, serving as a base or starting point.
Examples:
introductory biology text. Product introductory sale. The introductory class was designed to give students a basic understanding of the subject.
Immune.
Protected against a particular disease or toxin due to the presence of specific antibodies or sensitized white blood cells.
Examples:
Immune from criminal prosecution. The cell of the immune system. The vaccination does not necessarily make you completely immune.
Virus.
A tiny infectious organic material that causes disease in people, animals, and plants.
Examples:
Spread of the virus. A strain of virus. An infected person in the hospital will likely pass the virus to others.
Bacteria.
Single-celled or non-cellular spherical or spiral or rod-shaped organisms that exist in large numbers in the air, water, and soil, and also in living and dead creatures and plants, and are often a cause of disease.
Examples:
Pathogenic bacteria. Harmless bacteria. Bacteria prevalent in hospitals are often resistant to antibiotics.
Antibody.
A substance produced in the blood that attacks and kills harmful bacteria, viruses, etc., to fight disease.
Examples:
Produce antibody. Antibody against bacteria. This pharmaceutical company is developing antibody drugs with fewer side effects.
Infection.
A condition in which pathogenic microorganisms or viruses have entered the body.
Examples:
A bacterial infection. Treat the infection with antibiotics. Hospitals must meet various standards to prevent nosocomial infections.
Trigger.
To make something happen suddenly, to cause something such as a device, machine, etc., to function.
Examples:
Trigger a biochemical response. Trigger inflation. The incident triggered a political controversy.
Tradition.
A belief, custom, or way of doing something that has been passed down from generation to generation within a group or society.
Examples:
A tradition of a culture. Against tradition. It is a tradition in many families to have a big Thanksgiving dinner with all their relatives.
Attenuate.
To weaken or reduce the intensity of something, such as a sound, feeling, or substance, to make something thinner or less dense.
Examples:
Attenuate the signal. Attenuate the power. The scientist was able to attenuate the virus by altering its genetic code.
Resilient.
Able to withstand or recover quickly from difficult conditions.
Examples:
A hard and resilient steel. Resilient population. She is a resilient person and has always bounced back from setbacks.
Rely.
To require a certain thing or the assistance and support of someone or something in order to continue, run properly, or succeed.
Examples:
Rely on convenience stores. Rely entirely on him. Babies heavily rely on others for food.
Viral.
Relating to or caused by a virus.
Examples:
Fight viral infections. Detect a viral code. This device can more accurately detect viral pathogens.
Strain.
A force or pressure that stretches or pulls something, sometimes causing damage. Biology, a group of organisms within a species that differ in trivial ways from similar groups.
Examples:
Strain our eyes. A strain of bacillus. Dictators of the past often had the erroneous idea of a pure racial strain.
Cult.
A small religious group, especially one that is not part of a larger religion and that is regarded as outside the norm, followers of an exclusive system of beliefs and practices.
Examples:
Cult members. Cult's practices. The cult leader promised his followers that they would achieve enlightenment if they followed his teachings.
Tissue.
An ensemble of similar cells of the animal or plant that together carry out a specific function.
Examples:
A facial tissue. Loss of muscle tissue. The researcher separated the nervous tissue for microscopic examinations.
Inactivate.
To make something idle or inoperative, to release from military service or remove from the active list of military service.
Examples:
Inactivate growth factor. Inactivate the vaccine. The system for purifying the air uses UV light to inactivate microorganisms.
Acid.
Sour, water-soluble chemicals with a sour flavor, any of a variety of generally liquid compounds capable of reacting with and occasionally dissolving other materials.
Examples:
An acid reaction. Good source of essential amino acids. During pregnancy, the stomach generates less acid than usual.
Radiation.
The energy that comes from a nuclear reaction in the form of rays, waves, or particles, and that can be hazardous to health.
Examples:
Exposure to radiation. Electromagnetic radiation. He tried every possible treatment, including chemotherapy and radiation therapy.
Inject.
To put a liquid such as a drug or other substance into a person's or an animal's body using a needle and syringe equals small tube.
Examples:
Inject under the skin. Inject a personal opinion into a debate. Let's try to inject a bit of enthusiasm into your performance.
Harmless.
Not able or not likely to cause damage or harm.
Examples:
Harmless in most people. Harmless substances. Most people thought of him as a harmless eccentric.
Fragment.
A small piece or part broken off or detached.
Examples:
Fragment of a text. A broken fragment. The archaeologist carefully pieced together the tiny fragments of pottery found at the dig site.
Protein.
A molecule made up of a long chain of amino acids, which is essential for the structure and function of the body's tissues.
Examples:
Stress protein. Protein synthesis. The body needs a certain amount of protein to build and repair tissues.
Technique.
A particular way or art of doing something that needs skill.
Examples:
A technique in martial arts. The technique applied to construction. Jockey's superior technique brought him victory.
Robust.
Sturdy and healthy in form, constitution, or construction, strong enough to withstand or overcome intellectual challenges or adversity.
Examples:
Robust growth. A robust appetite. The experiment yielded robust results that support his theory.
Con.
An argument opposed to a proposal, a swindle in which you cheat at gambling or persuade a person to buy worthless property. Verb, to be against or opposed to something.
Examples:
Telemarketing cons. The pros and cons. The con artist convinced the older woman to give him her life savings.
Guarantee.
To promise something will happen formally, especially that certain conditions about a product, service, or transaction would be met.
Examples:
Guarantee a high quality. Guarantee women equality. We cannot guarantee enough raw material sources.
Time-consuming.
Requiring a significant amount of time or effort to complete.
Examples:
Time-consuming project. Time-consuming process. Writing a research paper can be a time-consuming task.
Simultaneously.
At the same time.
Examples:
Simultaneously affected. Take several inputs simultaneously. Two students answered the teacher's question simultaneously.
Coronavirus.
A large family of viruses that can cause illness in humans and animals, which name comes from the crown-like spikes on the surface of the virus, which can be seen under a microscope, and COVID-19 is caused by a specific type of coronavirus known as SARS-CoV-2.
Examples:
Coronavirus antibody test kit. Coronavirus bankruptcy. Considering the situation of coronavirus, organized stopped this year's beer festival.
Deem.
To consider or decide something in a particular way.
Examples:
deem socially responsible. Deem wrong or inappropriate. Regarding earthquakes, some commercial buildings were deemed unsafe.
Alternative.
One of two or more available possibilities or choice.
Examples:
an alternative plan. There is no other alternative. Doctors are gradually coming around to the idea of using alternative medicines.
Unpredictable.
Not capable of being foreseen or calculated, not regular or certain.
Examples:
dangerously unpredictable person. Unpredictable outcome. The weather in this region is often unpredictable, with sudden rainstorms and strong winds.
Consist.
To be composed or made up of.
Examples:
consist mainly of cells. Consist only in knowing facts. This examination consists of 5 problems to solve.
Intense.
Especially of a feeling, very strong, extremely sharp or severe.
Examples:
intense heat. Develop intense itching. That statement by the Prime Minister drew intense international criticism.
Determinant.
A factor, circumstance, or condition that contributes to the shaping, influencing, or determining of a particular outcome or result.
Examples:
environmental determinant. A determinant of crop yields. One determinant of success is having a positive attitude and a strong work ethic.
Delivery.
The act of taking or sending something to a destination, the bringing of a baby during childbirth.
Examples:
an easy delivery. Special delivery. The delivery truck arrived with the packages.
Schedule.
A list of planned activities, tasks, or things that must be completed showing when they are intended to happen or be done.
Examples:
a heavy schedule. Arrange my schedule. So far, the meeting is going according to schedule.
Identify.
To recognize someone or something and say or prove who or what they are.
Examples:
identify handwriting. Identify gene sequences. I will introduce you to how to identify the leading causes of the malfunction.
Negative.
Having the quality of something bad or harmful, expressing refusal.
Examples:
have a negative effect. A negative number. The movie has received almost universally negative criticism.
Reaction.
A response that reveals a person's feelings or attitude. In chemistry, a process in which one or more substances are changed into others.
Examples.
Chemical reaction. Trigger a reaction. There was a chemical reaction of the lime with the groundwater.
Variable.
Likely to change or vary often. Noun, a symbol, like X or Y, that is used in mathematical or logical expressions to represent a value that may be changed.
Examples.
A variable species. A dependent variable. Rainfall in the tropics is highly variable.
Incredibly.
In a way that is very difficult to believe, exceedingly, or extremely.
Examples.
Incredibly cheerful character. Get incredibly insecure. Several cities are experiencing incredibly high unemployment rates.
Extreme.
Very great in amount or degree.
Examples.
Extreme sports. Extreme weather events. Solar gravity creates extreme pressures and temperatures.
Strict.
Strongly limiting someone's freedom, allowing no deviation from a standard, rule, belief, etc.
Examples.
Strict compliance regime. In strict secrecy. Too strict a regulation for the private sector will stifle innovation.
Criteria.
Plural of criterion, standards, or conditions by which something may be judged or decided.
Examples.
Criteria for action. Consistency criteria. He didn't meet all the criteria, but he was hired anyway.
Occasionally.
Now and then, sometimes but not often.
Examples.
Occasionally dine with friends. Occasionally change the routine. She still occasionally writes a short romance novel.
Expedite.
To accelerate or speed up a process or task, to make it happen more quickly or efficiently, to facilitate the progress of something.
Examples.
Expedite the decision. Expedite the shipment. We need to expedite the process if we want to meet our deadline.
Lever.
A handle used to operate a vehicle or a machine, a rigid bar resting on a pivot so that one end of it can be pushed or pulled easily.
Examples.
A gear change lever. Lever for reform. This initiative will be a lever for increasing company sales.
Approve.
To think that someone or something is favorable, acceptable, or appropriate, to officially accept a plan, request, etc.
Examples.
Approve a measures. Unanimously approve a resolution. My boss wouldn't approve of the plan.
Adapt.
To make fit for or change to suit a new purpose or environment.
Examples:
Adapt fully to the environment. Adapt as needed. I advised him to adapt to his new surroundings.
Influenza.
Formal for flu, a highly contagious viral disease that causes fever, severe aching, and catarrh and often occurs in epidemics.
Examples:
An epidemic outbreak of influenza. Influenza B strain. The research institute allocated a lot of money to study the cause and prevention of influenza.
Well-established.
Firmly established and widely recognized, having a long history of success or acceptance in a particular field or industry.
Examples:
Well-established company. Well-established tradition. The restaurant is well established in the community, having been open for over 50 years.
Nation.
A large organized community of people living in a particular country or region and having a particular culture.
Examples:
Nation-state. A seafaring nation. The nation of Japan is known for its unique culture and advanced technology.
Regulatory.
Having the power to control or restrict something such as business or industry according to rules or principles.
Examples:
Regulatory cells. Compliance with regulatory requirements. In the past, Japanese banks were protected by regulatory control.
Blend.
To mix or combine two or more substances.
Examples:
Blend all the elements. Blend milk and cream. The toad altered its appearance to better blend in with its new environments.
Biology.
The scientific study of life and the natural processes of living things.
Examples:
Evolutionary biology. Cell and molecular biology. In junior high school, we had to dissect a frog in biology class.
Chemical.
Relating to or connected with chemistry.
Examples:
Toxic chemicals. A chemical compound. The firm has grown into a large chemical manufacturing.
Component.
One of several parts that combines with others to form something bigger.
Examples:
Key component. Spare components for cars. The researchers try to discover a common component in all types of successful organizations.
Pipeline.
A very long, large tube that is usually underground and is used for carrying liquid or gas for long distances.
Examples:
A data pipeline. Pipeline facilities. Rebels sabotaged the main pipeline supplying oil.
Parallel.
Being everywhere equidistant and not intersecting, of or relating to the simultaneous performance of multiple operations.
Examples:
A parallel case. Parallel processing. He walked a road parallel to the railroad.
Constant.
Happening repeatedly or all the time.
Examples:
A constant wind. A constant temperature. Constant dropping wears away the stone.
Coordination.
The act of making all the people involved in a plan or activity work together effectively, the ability to control different parts of the body effectively.
Examples:
Data coordination. Loss of muscle coordination. Synchronized swimming needs close coordination between 6 performers.
Scrap.
A small piece or amount of something, especially leftover from a larger whole.
Examples:
Scrap metal. A broken piece of scrap. She made a collage from scraps of paper and fabric from the art supply store.
Advance.
To go or move forward, to develop in a positive way.
Examples:
Advance the technology. Advance a cooperative relationship. Scientific knowledge will advance significantly with the power of AI.
Preliminary.
Serving as a preparation for something more important or extensive, introductory, taking place before the main event or decision.
Examples:
Preliminary investigation. Preliminary agreement. Before starting the project, we need to go through some preliminary research and planning.
Swap.
To give something and receive something in trade.
Examples:
Swap seats. Swap columns with rows. Don't swap horses while crossing a stream.
Genetic.
Of or relating to genes, equals parts of the DNA in cells, or the science of genes.
Examples:
Have genetic testing. A genetic disorder. Understanding protein folding is a vital step in deciphering the genetic code.
mRNA.
An abbreviation for messenger RNA, a single-stranded molecule of RNA that corresponds to the genetic sequence of a gene, and is read by a ribosome in the process of synthesizing a protein.
Examples:
mRNA translation. Nuclear mRNA. The mRNA vaccine can expedite many approval processes because it does not contain a virus.
Dramatically.
In a very impressive manner.
Examples:
He confessed dramatically. The cabin pressure fell dramatically. Life expectancy has grown dramatically this century.
Breakthrough.
A sudden, dramatic, and important discovery or development that helps to improve a situation or provide an answer to a problem.
Examples:
breakthrough in the negotiations, breakthrough discovery. A technique called deep learning has led to breakthroughs in AI.
Cooperate.
To work together with one or more people or organizations to achieve a goal.
Examples:
cooperate with one another. Cooperate closely in various ways. The team had to cooperate to complete the project on time.
Divide.
To separate or cause to separate into parts or groups.
Examples:
divide the cake into 2 pieces. Divide money equally. Can you divide 123,321 by 11?
Conquer.
To bring under control by force or authority.
Examples:
conquer fatal disease. Conquer the world. You must conquer your anxiety about driving.